Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video on ArcheAge Unchained. So just going to be a really quick one today. It's currently Sunday, so yesterday was the land rush for both the EU and the NA servers for the 3 starting servers. The actual land unlock has been staggered for the remaining 2 servers that have been brought in, so other people are going to be having the sort of land rush throughout the week. I think it goes up to like the 26th of October, I think is the final one. I had a bit of a chaotic land rush. It didn't really go to plan. I got there quite a bit early. I was about 3 hours beforehand. Managed to getting myself set up. Got all my buildings on my taskbar ready to go. And about half an hour before I crashed, couldn't believe it. Crashed and got stuck into about a 2,000 person queue. So it meant I didn't quite get the spots that I wanted. But I was actually quite surprised that when I came back on, speaking to some of the guild, there was actually some spaces left. For example, over here in Liliat Hills, which is where I'm now based. And so I was still able to get some land down. This is obviously, of course, since filled up a lot more, so there's not really a lot of room left here now. But I would say it's still worth checking out some of the less common places like White Ard and Liliat Hills, etc., because you might be able to fit some 8x8s in there and get a little bit of land down still, even if you were really late to the party. Now, because there was still a bit of land left, I was trying to do a bit of planning. So when I did in, I placed my 8x8 down first, because this then gave me access to be able to craft my bound tax certificates. Although you can do this at any other completed property, so you don't have to do it on your own 8x8. But because there's a 2 cap limit to how many unbuilt buildings you can have, I wanted to put my 8x8 down first and then use my 1 lumber to build that. So that just got built and done. And then I've placed down 2 16x16 slate cottages. So you think, why would you want 2? Well, it's basically just to secure land. I'm not currently level 50, as you can see. I'm only 48 at the moment, so I hadn't got my 16x16 farm. But this is a 16x16 patch, so I can actually, when I get to level 50 and complete the Blue Salt quest, this will be turning into a 16x16 farm, and then I've still got a house as well. So it's just basically securing land because you're allowed up to 2 unbuilt buildings. That's basically the reason why. I made a slight mistake here. I should have actually shoved this one a little bit further over, because then it would have given me a little bit more room, because no one would have been able to build in that tiny gap anyway. So it would have been a slightly better approach to do that, but it didn't, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's kind of really it when it comes down to the land rush. Yeah, think ahead a little bit, get prepared, get your buildings in your toolbars, so that you can put them down ahead. And if you think like this, for 15 Gilder stars, a 16x16 patch is quite a good way of securing extra land, so that when you get the Gilder stars you require, or when you get to the level you require to get the extra buildings or land or farms that you want, you've then got the space to put them down. So that kind of seems to work pretty well in my opinion. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I just wanted to very briefly touch on that, because it was certainly a bit of a chaotic start to the land unlock for me, and I think quite a few others had issues as well. But anyway, that's all I've got for you. Any comments, let me in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel for a load more ArcheAge content, and I shall see you all on the next video.